Hello, you might have heard from Muslims that the Quran is the divine revelation from Allah that has no contradictions in it. But if we can refute that lie, then that means that this Quran is not from God, but the words of men who wrote it. And when the writer of the Quran admits if this book is from other than Allah, then you'll find many contradictions in it. So now I will give you a new contradiction which you may have not heard or seen before in the Quran. But I ask you to watch this entire short video to understand the problem. In chapter 36, ayah 21 of the Quran we read, "Follow those who not ask of you any payment and they are rightly guided." Pay attention. This verse explains that you should not follow anyone who asks money from you, and else such a person is a liar, a thief, a scammer, a very evil person who is not following the right path. But what if we can prove that Muhammad contradicted himself and did ask for money in other verses of the Quran? Can we then conclude that Muhammad is a false prophet, a thief, a liar who is not rightly guided just to get filthy rich out of creating that cult 1400 years ago, which is of course Islam? So let me now prove how Muhammad started to charge people money and contradicted himself in the process. In chapter 58, ayah 12, we read, "O you have believed, when you wish privately consult the messenger, present before your consultation a charity." And in chapter 9, ayah 103, we can read, "Take, O Muhammad, from their wealth a charity by which you purify them and cause them increase and invoke Allah's blessings upon them." Muslims, how is the Quran from God? And how can you call Muhammad a true prophet who is in need of money? Embarrassing, right? A true prophet is a hardcore businessman? Wow. But when Muhammad finds out that no one is able to pay him money for consultation, he then says, "Jibreel sent me an ayah and abrogated the ayah before it." Why? Because nobody was able to afford paying Muhammad any money for consultation. So within an hour, chapter 58, ayah 12 here gets abrogated by the very next ayah. And here is my proof. In Tafsir al-Qurtubi for this ayah, we can read that Ibn Abbas explains that this verse is abrogated by the very next verse which comes after it. And we can find the same information in the famous book by Ibn Hazm called الناسخ والمنسوخ to understand which verses are exactly abrogated in the Quran. Here we can read that chapter 58, ayah 12 is abrogated by the very next ayah, namely chapter 58, ayah 13. "Are you afraid that you will have to offer charity when you hold private conversation with the Prophet? But if you are unable to do so and Allah pardons you, then establish prayer and pay zakat and obey Allah and His Messenger." You see how easy and convenient this is? Whenever Muhammad contradicts himself, Jibreel himself pops out of nowhere to fix the disasters for him, which Muhammad created for himself and his gullible followers. Unbelievable. Bro, how is this a religion of truth? And how in earth is Muhammad a true prophet? Islam is a very bad joke. Muslims, wake up. Boys and girls, stay away from Islam.